Hey, how's it going, guys? Um, First and foremost, sorry for the very small space that I'm working with right now. I know it probably makes it look kind of weird on the camera, but I only have so much limited space currently right now that I'm trying to work with. So, um, anyway, on to the point of this video. The point of this video is to talk about, or more or less showing you guys how to install Shin Megami Tensei VX to your Steam Deck. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, Shin Megami Tensei VX is more or less a fan remake slash fan update to the original SMT made through RPG Maker VX. Um, and it's something I had been trying to get on my Steam Deck for months now at this point. I had asked about it about 8 months ago, actually. And when I started asking around about how to get on Steam Deck, nobody knew how to do it. Some told me that you couldn't do it. Some told me that you more likely could. It's just the steps would be kind of weird. But they weren't for sure how to do it either. This video by any means is not me saying I'm the only one that has done this. I'm just putting a video on there to show people how to do it potentially, because it doesn't seem like very many people know how to do it. My attention got brought back to it again actually today or yesterday, depending on the recording of this video. I saw someone's post about it, asking about it again, and it made me curious on how to do it again, or tried to do it. So I went through and I tested a bunch of things, and I finally landed on something that actually did work. So here we go. Now, keep in mind, I'm not going to be installing anything since I've already got all the installations and everything done. I've got everything running the way it should be. So this is going to be me trying to just talk you through how I did it and recreate it for you guys to try and follow along, hopefully. So I'm hoping this video makes sense, is what I'm trying to get. So just to show you, Shin Megami Tensei VX, I will boot it up to prove that it is indeed running. There you go, right there. Sorry for all the little specs. So I'm not going to show you everything. I'm just more or less trying to show you it's actually running. Oh, sorry about that glare. All right, so what you're going to need to do, you'll need a couple things in fact, but what you're going to want to do is go to your desktop. Now, when you get to your desktop, the first thing I probably recommend doing is getting the Shin Megami Tensei VX English ROM. I'm not going to show you where to get that, but I'm sure a quick Google search can help you find that. And then what you'll also need is, I will show you this. You'll need to search for the RPG Maker VX RTP, or runtime package. And you can find this on their site. And just make sure you get the one for RPG Maker VX. Don't mistake it for RPG Maker VX Ace. And when you got those downloaded and installed, you're going to go into your folder, wherever you have it, and you're going to extract them so you get their exe files. And then next step, you're going to want to get Lettress, which you can get from the Discovery app on the Steam Deck, right down there in the left corner. And when you get Lettress going, you're going to bring it up. And here, you're going to click up at the top left at that plus, if I can do it through the camera. And down here where it says add locally installed game. Now, if I remember correctly, this is how I got the RPG Maker on here as well. I know this is how I got the SMTVX, but I'm pretty sure this is how you do the RPG Maker as well. But basically, when you get the RPG Maker on there, you're going to want to run through the configuration. I'll do the RPG Maker first because you need to install it still. But you'll want to run through the configuration. Make sure you name it. In Runner, you're going to want to hit Wine. There is another one that you can use. I use Wine just because I have it already installed. And then under Game Options, so at the very top, as you can see there at the very top, this is where you're going to want to put the exe files, which should be setup.exe. And then under the runner options, you're going to want to make sure it's Wine. These I know these two apparently matter. I don't know if the rest do, but if you want to make sure yours looks like that, if it doesn't for some reason, just copy that. And then from there, what you'll do is, if you have it all up like that, you're going to want to run it. And then you should get a screen like this if you run it. And as long as you've done it perfectly, you should get the screen. And then you'll run through it, and then you'll install it. And then after you install it, go ahead and you're going to basically kind of do the same thing with SMT5. Sorry, I'm playing SMT5 again. Shin Megami Tensei VX. Now under its configuration, you're going to make sure you hit Shin Megami Tensei VX. Same thing with Wine as your runner. Now with the game options, it's going to be a little different. So at the very top, this is where you're going to put your exe file, which should just be game.exe. And then the next one you're going to hit is your working directory. Now this is just going to be basically the folder. So, you'll just go through your options and you'll just click Shin Megami Tensei VX. And that should be all you need to do, really. And then under runner options, it's still going to be Wine. Cancel that. And then the easiest way to do it, to test, to make sure everything runs just fine, you could test it from here, actually. If you go to boot up Shin Megami Tensei VX, if you've done it properly, it should boot up just fine here. So that way you can kind of do it as a test instead of having to go anywhere else to do it from there. So as long as it boots up just fine here, you're basically set. Now, there's one more option you can do, and this is to get it playable on your game, on the game side, and not just desktop mode, but also in game mode. So you can also go back to Discovery on the bottom left, and when this comes up, you're going to search Boiler. And then you're going to want to make sure you install it. After you get installed, you're going to bring it up like this. Going to go up to the top right and hit launch. And it should bring up a screen like this. Now, all this has been check marked for me since I booted this up for the first time. So I've just basically left it all alone. But what you're going to want to make sure, you might want to make sure RPG Maker VX is also marked just to make sure. But the most important one is Shin Megami Tensei VX. You want to make sure that is marked for certain. And when those are all marked, you're going to come down here. You're going to hit import your games into Steam. So what this is going to do is it's going to import these, since they're not Steam games or anything. They're going to import into your Steam library. So that way, let me just restart my system real quick to show you. I mean, I showed you at the beginning, but I'm just going to do it again real quick. Take it a minute to do it. And to say, as long as everything boots up fine on the desktop mode, then, and as long as you do the boiler, it should all work perfectly fine over on the game page. It's gotta take it a minute. It takes forever. I don't know if it's just my Steam Deck that takes forever, or this is just a common thing in Steam. I feel like mine's just kind of slow. There we go. And so as I'm back here, as long as you do everything perfectly fine, should just let you boot up straight from the game window. Just like so. So, with that said, that's basically the end of this tutorial. It's just a short and sweet tutorial. I hope this helps anyone who comes across this video in the future. Like I said, if you follow the steps, it should hopefully be everything that you need. Yeah, as far as I'm aware. Like I said, I'm kind of going it based off memory because, like I said, I was kind of just running through the motions with this because trying to get this to work had been a frustrating ride for the last several months. So, yeah, as long as you just do everything I said, this should work perfectly fine. If you have any questions, I will try my best to answer if I can. So feel free to leave questions. And with that, if you can, please leave a like and subscribe to this channel. This is a brand new channel I have started, and I'm going to really start trying to push in the future. It is basically going to be primarily a Sega channel that also intertwines with their subsidiaries, so Atlas stuff, hence the SMT thing. I don't know if I'm going to be doing videos like this in the future, but I figured it'd just be kind of cool since it is SMT related, and also I was pretty excited that I got this going. So, and like I said, I kind of want to make this to hopefully help anyone in the future who is also struggling with this. I do have a Discord, shares the name of the YouTube channel as well, so Sega Outcast will be the name. I'll leave a link in the description of this video. It will also be on the channel description if you want to join. Anyone is welcome. It's pretty much a generalized Sega server that I've put together. We're a really big, cool bunch group. I say big, but we haven't hit 100 people yet, but we're getting close. But it's a channel that I've been running for a little over a year now, and I've been trying my best to grow. And basically, the whole point of the channel is to bring together all forms of Sega fans from across the different spectrums, I guess. Whether you're an arcade lover, a console lover, a modern Sega lover, a retro Sega lover, and just people who also love, their subordinates like Alice, Creative Assembly. I'm trying to put all kinds of different communities together in the server as well. One of them being a Megaten community. So anyone who is definitely interested in something like that, you're more welcome to join if you like. It's not anything that you have to do just to watch this video by any means, but it would be greatly appreciated, but by no means you have to. So, like I said, at the very end of the day, I just wanted to get this video out primarily, but I just also wanted to advert some of the other stuff I am doing. There will be other videos coming soon. So, like I said, if you like this kind of stuff, feel free to leave a like and follow once again. And as always, have a good night. Sorry, it is early here, so I am a bit out of it. But you guys have a great night or good morning, depending on the time of day.